Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing this very glowy makeup tutorial. I just wanted a very dewy and wet looking whole face. So yeah, if you'd like to know how I created this look, then please give the video a big thumbs up and just keep watching. I'm going to start off with some skincare before I get straight into the makeup. So you can either use a very glowy moisturiser, which is what I do tend to use sometimes. So I would usually use the L'Oreal Extraordinary Facial Oil Cream or the e.l.f. Illuminating Moisturiser, that's also very good. Or you can use a more oil, which will be a lot more thin, and then there's just kind of less products going on your face, which I tend to do. This oil is actually part of like my skincare routine, so this is the Manuka Doctor Face Oil 24K Gold Oil. It is a very small bottle and it is quite pricey, so you can either use the L'Oreal facial oil as well, pretty much do the same thing. This is just a bit more kind of, gives more of a glow. So as far as primers go, I'm going to use two different primers today. I'm going to use a spray and then a normal cream one. Use the e.l.f. Illuminating Primer Mist to start off with. I'm just going to spray this all over my face. Okay, so for the proper primer, I am going to use the Autogrpah Luminosity Radiance Primer. I've used this a couple times and I do really like it. I was going to use the Becca First Light, but I thought I'll use a slightly more affordable one for today. So I'm just going to lightly put this on. I'm not going to put too much. Quite sad because I'm doing like, this makeup is like probably something that I do a lot and that I love for like super glowy. I usually do this in summer. And then because I'm filming this on New Year's Eve and I've got stuff to do, so I literally have to take this makeup off and get my skin ready for the night. So I'm literally filming this and then taking the makeup straight off, which is quite depressing. Okay, so once that's all in, you can see the skin is already super dew. So I always mix foundations with other products to get the ultimate glow. So what I usually do is mix a foundation with a tiny bit of oil. I don't like using too much because you don't want the oil peeking through the foundation throughout your day and night. So I will mix in the L'Oreal facial oil as one thing, and then I'll also put in some strobe cream. So a dupe for the MAC strobe cream is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Strobe Cream, and this is like the gold one. I think it's more of like a bronzy gold tone to it, which is a lot better for my skin tone. So I picked out a few foundations because some were really expensive, and then I picked up some drugstore ones for you drugstore people. I've got the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. That's very good. That gives a very kind of thin layer of foundation. It's quite natural, and but it still gives you a really good glow. This is one of my favourite foundations ever. One of my favourites at the minute, which I'm going to wear tonight actually, is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. This is actually quite new to me. I got it recently. Again, it's quite pricey. Like drugstore alternatives slash affordable alternatives, I have these two right here. So I've got the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. This is definitely my favourite, like one of my favourite affordable foundations ever. It's really good. But then the one I'm going to use today is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. So that's what it looks like. I haven't used this in a while, so that's why I thought I'd try it today. And I have the shade 05 Warm Beige. A little dish. I'm just going to mix the three things together. And like 2 pumps of the Milani. Put 1 tiny drop of oil in. And then I go in with strobe cream. I usually put quite a lot of strobe cream in. I'll show you how much I kind of put in, like that much. Big dollop. And then I just usually take a brush, the end of a brush, and then just mix it all in. Literally just gonna like scoop it up here and apply it. Naturally dewy foundation anyway, so you don't necessarily need to add all those things, and you can just go in with the foundation and it will give you a nice glow, but I just wanted like ultimate glow today. And then to kind of get that extra glow, use Fix Plus or any kind of spray or even a setting spray, but I'm just going to use my Pixi spray and I'm just going to spray it on the beauty blender. And then I'm just gonna push this straight in, like really press the foundation into the skin so it looks more natural. I'm gonna use it's kind of like a full coverage but it's also quite dewy. It's the e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer. So that is it right there. Just like that. And I don't put it like directly under my eyes because it creases a lot more, so I put it lower down and then kind of blend up to the under eye. To set the under eyes, I'm just going to use the Wet n Wild Pressed powder. This is the Photo Focus powder, and I've got the shade Golden Tan, so it just looks like that. Then, so I don't necessarily powder every single day, but when I do, and you want to keep the kind of dewiness in your skin, you're going to need a illuminating powder of some sort. So the only one that I own actually is the Milani Prep Set and Glow powder. Kind of press this in just there, very lightly. Okay, so moving on to highlight. I am not going to liquid highlight today. I'm just going to go straight into powder because we are already quite dewy. It looks like we have Cover FX drops already just from the primers. So my ultimate highlight kind of for this look is the Dose of Colours Desi and Katie highlighters. They're just the most wet, natural looking highlighters, but they're still the most blinding ones, if that makes sense. But I thought because they're limited edition and I use them all the time, I'm not going to use them. So I'm going to use another favourite highlight of mine. It's definitely one of my favourites. It's the Colourpop Double Play palette. It's kind of like a blush slash bronzer. And then the highlight, I've talked about this on my channel before, it's just the most wet, natural looking. Look at that. It's perfect. I feel like it's good for a lot of skin tones as well. It's really good. So I'm just going to apply that to highlight all over my face. So I'm actually going to take a more precise highlighting brush today. I'm not going to take my usual one. I'm going to take this one for the cheekbones. This is the Real Techniques one. And then I'm going to take another brush to do like the nose, Cupid's bow area, even though we're already glowing. Come on. This is so affordable as well. Like, how? So I'm not going to take it right here because oil for me. They're just screaming oily mess. So I like using the Morphe M429 brush. And this is going to do the nose. Ooh! Love it. Going on to bronzer, I am going to use a bronzer that has a sheen to it. I'm not going to contour today because I do want to keep it kind of quite natural. Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, and it doesn't actually have a shade. It just says bronzer on the back, which is quite annoying, so I don't know what shade this is in. This is the shade right there, and you can literally just see it on camera, but there's a sheen in that. There's no glitter, no disgusting glitter that's going to go on your face, it's just pure sheen. And using a brush like this that's kind of got that kind of slant to it is also good because it will contour your face as well. Literally it just kind of blends really nicely with any highlight that I wear as well. It's so good. It's so good. I was literally considering like leaving this on, like it's 1 o'clock right now and I was considering leaving it on all day and wearing it for New Year's Eve, like at night when I go out, but I can't. This will be too oily for me for a night. I don't know if it's just me, but is anyone else just like they get more excited like to get ready? They're like, I love doing my makeup more than I love going out. Like it's And I always have a drink on hand when I'm doing my makeup. You know, nice Jaeger and Red Bull. That's nice. That's the stuff that, like, just talking about it's making me want a Jaeger and Red Bull right now. So literally just use any blush that you have that's got a sheen or kind of a glow to it. So really good ones that I do recommend are the Milani baked blushes. I have 2 of them, I think. This one's in Luminoso. This is the famous blush. And that is it right there. Never mind. Okay, so I'm only going to apply a tiny bit. I love being glowy. So, we'll pixi spray all over the face. Oh god, this is literally finished. And for actual setting spray, you're going to need obviously a glowy one. So I kind of struggle for this because the only kind of glowy setting sprays I own are both quite expensive. I've got a Cover FX one and then this one, which I am in love with. It's the Glamglow glowsetter. But to be fair, this is the same price as the Urban Decay one and everybody loves them. So I'm going to use this, and look at the bottle as well. It's pretty. Moving on to the eyes, I'm just going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to prime my eyes using the Essence Eye Stage. I Love Stage. I can never say, I don't know, I never know what name of this is, but I'm going to use the Essence eyeshadow base. So I know you're probably wondering, like, glowy, dewy eyeshadow, like what's going on? What is she doing? You'll see. Okay, so to just set down the eyeshadow primer, I'm just going to take, there's no shade names on here, but I'm using the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. I love the size of this. Like, these are so expensive, but I love tiny palettes. And it's got a mirror in it. This is great. So I'm just going to take this shade here and just set down the eyeshadow base. I'm just going to press it in and just put it kind of in the crease where I'm going to add some transition shades. So I'm only going to take a few shades from this palette, and then the main shade for the eye look is affordable, don't worry. It's a Colourpop shade. So I'm going to take this very nice warm brown shade here, my very clean brush over here, and just apply that into the crease. Oh, also I found a dupe palette for this because these are like £25 and they're tiny, but they're very good. I do like them. I found a dupe for it, so I'm going to do a video dedicated to that. I'll probably film it in the week. Add the tiniest bit of the orange from the palette just here, like the tiniest bit. That's done from the Huda palette. Then for the main lid shade, I'm going to be using the Colourpop kind of collab. This was like such a cute idea, and I'm really happy that I got some of the collection. So Lauralee, who is a very big YouTuber out here, she's one of my favourite YouTubers as well. She did a collab with Colourpop and NKLA, which is a no-killing animal shelter in LA, obviously. 100% of all the proceeds go to the animal shelter, so you can tell which ones they are. Like, it's on the Colourpop website, and they have like little paw prints. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Like right there, you can see the little paw prints. So it's literally just like donating to charity and you get some makeup. So this is the shade Ritz, and it's just like a pure glitter shade. I love it. I'll do a swatch on my hand. You can see it there. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid, and that's going to be kind of like the lid glow, if you will. Oh, it just looks wet. I love it. Oh my god. I really recommend getting this. Seriously. Like, it's for a good cause. But look how good it is. So she actually created these shades herself as well. Look at that. Look how wet that looks. So I'm just going to do some eyeliner, mascara and all that, and then I'll be right back. The eyes are all finished. I just put on a very light layer of mascara because we're going for, you know, that natural look. I also forgot to highlight the inner corners and brow bone, so I'm going to take the same small highlighting brush I used and the same Colourpop highlight. And I'm just going to hit that brow bone. So last but not least, lips. So I'm just going to use a gloss for today. So I'm going to use the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip, and it's the collaboration with Kathleen Lights, and this is in the shade Moonchild. I've tried this before actually, this is the first time I'm using it, so. Ooh, I love this gloss. And that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Why am I out of breath? Drop something as usual. And that completes this video. Thank you so much. Start that again.